Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Southport in the Premier League and the Europa League quarter-finals, which is going to be the focus of today's episode. We have played two further matches in between episodes. We won them both. We're back into a Champions League spot as well. So, after the exciting 4-1 victory that we had in the last episode against AA Ghent, where Adrian Valkovic scored the greatest goal you will have ever seen in Football Manager, and I refuse to accept there were any better goals, we went and played Sheffield United. We beat them 1-0, Agustin Lezcano with the goal. We then played Napoli in a mid-season friendly because we had a random week off, and we won that one 2-0 as well. And then Rourke Murray scores twice against Leicester to give us 3 more points here. Quick update on Valkovic. He can't play for us because he's broken his jaw. He literally played one more game for the under-23s and then broke his jaw or something stupid like that. So yeah, he's played once, scored one. He's the world's greatest left-back, the best one you'll ever see. League table-wise then, we are back up into 4th place, and I think this is because Manchester United and Chelsea both dropped points. Manchester United, where did they drop points? They certainly did drop points. They had to have dropped points, because no, they didn't. No, they didn't. We had a game in hand. That's what we had, a game in hand, which we obviously won. There you go. That makes more sense, which means we go back into 4th place. We are a long way away from 3rd place. So there is 5 teams, I'd say, battling for that final Champions League spot currently. We're in the driver's seat. But first, we need to go and play Roma in the Europa League. Today's a double-header. We're hopefully getting through to a Europa League semi-final. Is this man too much money at £20 million? He looks ridiculous. He looks absolutely ridiculous. I don't know whether he's worth it. We're going to offer him a contract anyway. They've accepted 20 million. It's over a number of years. But yeah, he could be superb. He could be world class. In our first season in Europe, we have gone so much further than I expected us to have ever gone. Roma in the quarterfinals. We start off at the Southport Stadium at home. We're on excellent form. They're on decent form, but I think that's because we don't have the Italian leagues on. We do. They've played Torino, Lazio and Spal. They beat Valencia as well to get through to the quarterfinals. I think if we win, we might be playing Chelsea or RB Leipzig. I think those are the two sides that we could be playing in the semi-final. We've got to get past Roma first. The starting lineup for the Roma game then will be Varro in goal, Mercia, Mendes, Hanford and Milosevic as our back four with Kanate, McKennie and Tommy Doyle in the middle of the pitch today. Tilger, Saulo and Evrard will be our front three. On the bench we do have Cornioli, who obviously did score in his debut against Ghent in the last episode. I'm hoping he can come off the bench and do the same again against Roma. Roma have Gianluca Gaetano. Now, I know quite a lot about Gaetano because I had him for Sampdoria. He was absolutely ridiculous for a couple of seasons. He still looks pretty good. It is a risk to be playing Tommy Doyle. Doyle hasn't played a lot of football. He's still good. He's still actually quite good at football, but he just hasn't played a huge amount for us because of basically injuries and having better players now. There is 8 minutes on the clock. Roma have themselves a free kick. Braganza maybe, to Mancini. Please steal the ball away. Tommy Doyle does have the ball forward. Finds Saulo. He can get past his man. This could be the opening goal of the game. He does get past his man. Puts it into the opposite corner. We're 1-0 up against Roma. Not even 10 minutes on the clock. Elsewhere, Chelsea and Spurs are both winning their games. So we could have 3 English sides in the Europa League semi-final. If everything keeps going this way, Lombard back to Zaniolo. Zaniolo can run forward. He kicks it straight into Lombard. And Mercia steals the ball away. Running down the left-hand side using his pace is the little Belgian fullback. Can he get across in or play it back? Back to Saulo, the goalscorer. Takes a few touches. And Saulo rockets that past the goalkeeper. We're 2-0 up. 22, nearly 23 minutes on the clock. We are cruising against Roma. So we've been found out in the league. But apparently in the Europa League, nobody seems to know how we play. And we can just do these performances against arguably the better sides from various countries around Europe. Almost at half-time, 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to play. Roma have the ball coming forward. Torreira plays it all the way across. Left-hand side is Amson in towards the penalty area. Kicks it straight into Milosevic. Braganca back to Amson once again. Please steal this ball away and counter-attack. Cross-field ball. Mercia doesn't win the header. Somebody else did. It goes wide of the post. We are obviously winning the game. However, Roma have all of the possession. 62% of the possession. Both of our goals, I think, probably came from counter-attacks. But we're 2-0 up at half-time in the first leg. This is looking good. Let's not concede. Don't concede an away goal. I think Saulo must have realised that Cornioli was on the bench. Roma have just brought on Erling Haaland. What? Why was he not starting? Erling Haaland, obviously, as you know, is just absolutely ridiculous. They've just brought him on 56 minutes. So they were playing this man who isn't as good as Erling Haaland. I'm not complaining. Not complaining. Let's not concede now with Erling Haaland playing. Right, time is ticking away. Saulo is going to be coming off. Now, that might sound like a weird thing to do, and it is, but I want to play Cornioli, and Saulo has been out injured, so he's not particularly fully match fit anyway, so we're going to bring him off, give him a bit of a rest. He's done his job, he's got 2 goals. He's probably annoyed he's not going to get a hat-trick. Final 10 minutes against Roma. I'm going to do a couple more subs in a second. Lombard with the throw. Gaetano back to Lombard. Now Furtado. Steal this ball away. Go on, Cornioli. Do your job. Furtado and Lombard passing between them. They are having so much pressure put on them by 3 Southport players. Mancini's ball forward. What a clearance that is from big Nenad Milosevic. Doyle slots the ball through to Aurelien Everard, one-on-one with the keeper. Everard should have made it 3, but he really doesn't like scoring one-on-one opportunities. We win ourselves a corner. It's going to be, I think, Damien Tilger going over to take it. It's not. It's Tommy Doyle. Doyle's corner towards Milosevic at the front, and his headed effort goes just over the bar. Right, that is going to be it for Everard coming off. We're going to do Barriero coming on. We're also going to do Weston McKennie coming off for Dramain Bamba? Yeah, sure. We'll do Dramain Bamba, and then we'll just rearrange the middle of the pitch. Into injury time. 2 minutes left to play. We are 2 goals to the good against Roma. Can we nick a third? If we can get a third, it means the away leg is just going to be nice and simple. Murcia to Barriero, the sub. He really should have scored that. Pass the ball backwards. Cornioli's there. He should have scored that as well. I think Barriero was weirdly offside there. We do have another highlight straight after. Gaetano runs over the halfway line past Dramain Bamba, who is obviously playing out of position. Gaetano keeps going in towards the goal. His effort is not very good. It goes wide. It's going to be a 2-0 victory at home against Roma. And what a performance. I have to say, we have done superbly well. Not only to score twice, scored 2 very good counter-attacking goals to keep Erling Haaland quiet for the 20 or so minutes he was on the pitch. Murcia, I think, has done a great job down that left-hand side. Saulo as well has done a great job, obviously, with both the goals. We've got 5 seconds left to play, so the full-time whistle is seconds away. Come on, referee, blow the whistle. Bamba has the ball inside the Roma half, dinks it over, doesn't find anybody. The full-time whistle goes. It's a 2-0 victory against Roma, and that was a great performance from the left-hand side of the pitch. Murcia getting a 7.7, an 8.8 for Saulo, a 7.7 as well for Tommy Doyle. That's job done. And elsewhere, it looks like the other 2 English sides have pretty much secured, well, Chelsea at the very least, pretty much secured their spot in the semi-final 3-0 against Red Bull Leipzig, or RB Leipzig. They can't be called Red Bull, can they? And Spurs beating Atalanta 2-1. Juve beating Angers. I feel like you're the odd team out here, although we probably are as well. Well, as it is the Roma doubleheader, we're going to play Watford off camera, and we'll return for the second leg against Roma. I'll see you in a bit. Welcome back. We've played our additional match in the Premier League against Watford and we won. A team that we very rarely beat, we actually managed to beat. Aurelien Everard with his first goal since 1483 and Damien Tilger also getting on the score sheet. I always joke about Everard not scoring goals, but he genuinely goes through these massive dry spells where he scores none. He literally didn't score. His last goal was against Manchester United on the 19th of... Newcastle on the 30th of January. And then he played all of these games without scoring. Yes, he got the odd assist here and there, but all of those games without scoring, then gets himself injured, and then finally comes back, scores against Watford. So he kind of goes through these dry spells. Annoyingly as well, he is my actual top scoring striker. He's not our top scorer, but he's our top scoring striker at the least, at the very best. There you go, that's better. The 2-0 victory against Watford means that we do keep our place in 4th in the table. Manchester United, Arsenal and Chelsea all hot on our heels. Arsenal beating Wolves, Chelsea beating West Brom, Manchester United drawing with Newcastle. So they did slip up a little bit. But we're not here for that. We are here for the quarter-final second leg match against Roma in the Europa League. We're 2-0 up after the first leg, as you've already seen. So maybe we might rotate some players a bit. But we can't rotate because it's the Europa League and we can only play players who are registered. So we haven't done a lot of rotation at all. In goal will be Varro, it'll be Murcia, Bamba, Lescano and Milosevic as our back four. This is where the rotation has come in. And that is because, basically, 3 of our 4 main central defenders are 1 yellow card away from a suspension, and I don't want them both to be suspended. We've had to play Les Cano. Basically, I picked not the worst, but the one who plays the least, who is already booked. He's going to maybe pick up another yellow card in this match and get suspended for the semi-final if we make it that far. The other 2, Hanford and Mendes, both on yellow cards, but they are both on the bench. The midfield triangle is the same as the last match, so Konate, McKennie and Doyle in the middle. Tilger will be the right wing, Cornioli will be on the left because Saulo is injured again, and Aurelien Everard will be our striker. Cornioli can hopefully do the same thing that he did in the last episode and score a goal, would be nice. In a way, it's good that we haven't rotated, because we are away from home against Roma. It's not like we're playing a bunch of children. Tilger with an early corner coming in. It's a headed effort from, I think, Dramain Bamba. It's over the bar. We start off the best with our corner, but we didn't find the back of the net. Konate with a free kick, 9 minutes on the clock. Weston McKennie is there, and the Americans' headed effort dinks the top of the bar, goes over. Still looking promising. Still not had a shot on target, though. Braganza with the free kick for Roma. Novillo, possibly, has a chance on goal. Varro makes a save. It's a corner for Roma. So who's going to take it? Braganza steps up with his left foot towards the middle. Tommy Doyle heads clear. Tavares is going to collect it and keep the chance alive. Damien Tilger with a wonderful tackle from the Argentine winger. Concedes a throw, but hopefully that'll end the highlight. It does. Good job. Miro Butic has just scored for Spurs. Miro Butic has just scored for Spurs. Remember when we sold him in the summer and I thought that could be a turning point in our save? No, we're still doing alright without him. Not the most exciting game of football for the first half against Roma. We've had a few chances, they've had a few chances, but it is 0-0. I'm just going to get Colo to do his talk. He's done alright there. Do we do any changes? Mercier, going from having the best game of his life in the last match, is probably having one of his worst at the moment. Novillo's throw for Roma. 4 minutes into the second half. Torreira has some company. Konate does manage to get there. And now Everard can break down that left-hand side. He needs some support in the middle of the pitch. If anyone can catch up, Mercier has it. Now Konate back to Mercier. Forward to Everard. Konate again. And now Everard. You've got lots of space, mate. Weston McKennie, edge of the area, tries to chip it. Why did you try and chip it, man? Tries to put it in the top corner, hits it just over the bar, and now Roma potentially have a chance. Braganza with a corner on the right-hand side, back post. It's almost found its way in. Varro's closing that. Varro, what are you doing, Varro? Get back on your line, buddy. Good job. Mancini has the ball for Roma. The highlight ends. We got lucky there. Now, possibly another chance as well. Going to go Roma's way. 53 minutes, so not particularly far into the... Oh, my word, what's happened there? What's gone on? What happened there? What I kind of want to see. I don't know how highlights work, replays work. Can we go back and then watch this slowly? How do we watch this slowly and not on that camera angle? Because we couldn't see a damn thing from that camera angle. So I mean, is that going to work? Sideline might work, right? And then we can. I mean, I'm ruining everything, by the way. This is just going to ruin the rest of the game. So hopefully we can see. So Gaetano has a free kick. It probably wasn't even the Gaetano free kick. Varro doesn't really save it. That looked like it was across the line. Then he managed to save that one somehow. Okay, fair enough. Roma do have a corner. Braganza's corner comes in. It's gone over everybody. Good job, nothing happened. I've got a feeling I've got my highlights too fast. Hold on, I think they're too fast. Should it be there? Is that where we need to have our highlights? Weston McKennie with the ball in the centre circle. Long ball to Everard. Lovely control from Aurelien Everard. And Aurelien Everard on the counter-attack makes it 1-0 on the night, 3-0 on aggregate. That has effectively secured us semi-final football in the Europa League. In order for Roma to get back into this, they need to score 4 goals now. So I don't think it's happening, you know. Mercier with the ball to Weston McKennie, who has picked up a yellow card. Picked up a long time ago, actually. I don't know whether anyone else is almost suspended. I feel like McKennie might be close to being suspended. Playing the ball all the way back to Varro. If Varro would like to wake up, would be nice. He does eventually wake up. It's not the best clearance, but it's not the best header from Roma either. Nenad Milosevic on the right-hand side to Konate. Ball over the top to nobody. It's Everard. Back to Damien Tilger. Takes a touch. Lovely ball from Tilger, but Everard cannot capitalise on the opportunity. It's still only 1-0. Cornioli's not doing so hot today, is he? We're going to bring on Rourke Murray. He's going to get himself some football in the Europa League. I mean, Mercier's picked it up. Mercier's doing all right. Probably might bring off Weston McKennie as well. Barriero, as we know, is very versatile. He's kind of a striker, but also a central midfielder. Who's number 7, and why aren't you off the pitch yet? What is that? What's Weston McKennie, right? That is Weston McKennie. Is Barriero on? Is Barriero actually on the pitch? I don't know. Is that maybe him over there? I don't know how the subs work, because I'm wondering whether he just needed to get off the pitch and he didn't have to walk to the middle like they normally do. Tommy Doyle with the ball anyway. I'm just waffling on. Doyle keeps going through the middle. He's gone for goal. And what a finish that is from Tommy Doyle. His third goal of the season. 2-0 up against Roma. 4-0 on aggregate. 2 away goals. We're going to a Europa League semi-final. I'm not sure who we're going to be playing in that Europa League semi-final, but we look like we're heading there. Bamba goes for goal from a long-range free kick. It's saved by the keeper. There's about 20 minutes to play. I was going to say, sometime still possible for Roma to get back into this game, but they do need to score 5 goals. Sotil passes across. Braganza, well outside the area. Finds Sotil again. Good ball. Erling Haaland is there, but Erling Haaland is offside. Screw you, Erling Haaland. You're going to lose to Southport. I was genuinely looking at signing Erling Haaland in between the matches. I was thinking, I could get him in, because he's on loan, so we could possibly loan him next season. He might be the goal scorer we need. Final 5 minutes of the game. Roma have the ball deep in their own half. Can we nick the ball off, get ourselves a third on the night, our 5th overall, or will Roma get themselves a consolation goal? They've got it, but they're passing it. They're not really making too much headway until now, actually. Sotil plays the ball all the way across. Rourke Murray heads down. Mercier lumps it upfield. Everard's not going to get there. And now Barriero does. Fair enough. Barriero to Everard. Everard's shot is straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. That was another chance for Everard. He could have scored about 5 or 6, couldn't he? We're going to do our final sub. It will be Everard coming off. We'll bring on Etabel for the final few minutes. This match is in the bag, isn't it? Although, what's this highlight for? Why is there a highlight taking place? Varro has the ball in his hands. Rolls it out to Dramain Bamba, who's done a decent job, considering he doesn't play as much football as he perhaps should. Everard, who is still on the pitch, gets through the gap, tries to slot it past the defender, but can't manage it. The highlight ends. The substitution finally takes place. We've got 2 minutes of injury time, 10 seconds of normal time. It's a victory. I don't know why we're seeing more highlights. Haaland can run down that left-hand side. Stops, plays a long ball into the middle to Zaniolo. Back to Novillo. Novillo takes a few touches, goes for goal, hits the bar. Decent effort, but it goes over eventually. It's going to be 2-0. Come on, referee. Stop giving me more highlights. Itabel keeps the ball, runs down the left. He's got 2 possible options in the middle if they can actually, run and get there a bit faster. Tommy Doyle's at the bloody post. Tommy Doyle's had the game of his life today. He really has. He's done absolutely bloody brilliantly against Roma. Throw comes in from Milosevic. We're over the 92. The full-time whistle has to go now. Come on, referee. What? You're just prolonging it. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing does happen. It's a 2-0 victory against Roma away from home. 4-0 on aggregate. We're in a Europa League semi-final. We've never even been to Europe. We might win the damn thing. Tommy Doyle got an 8.4 rating. He got an 8.4, and unfortunately, because Aurelian Everard actually scored and did some decent football as well, he didn't even get man of the match. So then, we do go through. Chelsea, Spurs and Juve all go through, so the first legs basically have it there. Red Bull Leipzig almost got back into it with a 2-0 victory. I think we're playing Chelsea in the next round. We pick up £1.3 million for winning. That's good. And yes, it is Chelsea in the Europa League semi-final, which means you have Spurs versus Juve in the other semi-final. We could have an all-English final. There will be one English team in that final. And I'm hoping it's the Sandgrounders. I can't believe that. We might be in a European final if we beat Chelsea. Obviously, we've also got the Premier League to fight for. I say fight for. We're fighting for Europe in the Premier League. We've got 2 options to get into the Champions League now. We could win the Europa League, or we could finish 4th. I'll take either one. Ideally, both. That's going to do it then for this episode. Next episode, I'm not quite sure what we're going to do, because obviously we are still fighting in the league, but we're also fighting in the Europa League. But I don't want to drag this season out for 15 episodes, so I don't want to do Liverpool-Chelsea and then Chelsea-Wolves, because then if we have Spurs as well, or Juve in the final, that's another episode. So we'll see. We will see. I'm thinking it's going to be a Chelsea doubleheader. We might have some highlights maybe of some other things going on. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching this rather successful episode. 2 matches, 2-0 victories against Roma. A Europa League semi-final is now on the cards against Chelsea. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. If you are new here and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I will see you next time for more Football Manager.